Now that you have your new blog post written, edited, and ready for development and publishing to your blog, you'll want to add in some visual content that's compelling and gets users to take action and pay more attention to your post. Hopefully at that point they're sharing your post or uploading it to one of their social networks to be able to share it there, or at least they're paying more attention and possibly subscribing to your blog feed or your email newsletter. So in order to make your blog post more visually appealing, you'll want to add in an image or a video that accurately defines your particular post, your content, and really draws the reader in. So what you want to do is first you'll want to go out and actually find an image that works for your content. This could be an image that you've created, a photograph that you've taken, perhaps a photograph that you've had professionally created, or you can purchase stock photos from stock photo sites such as iStock or Dreamstime Images. So you'll want to first save your image and crop that however you would like it to appear, and then you'll want to find the place in your blog post where you want that image to appear. It doesn't really matter at this point if it's to be left, center, or right aligned, but you just want to make sure you know at what line you want that image to actually appear on. So for the purposes of this post, I do like to generally have my images near the top of the page, and I'm going to set those images to wrap around the text of the page within the first paragraph. So I'll want to set my cursor into that first paragraph, and when I have my cursor where I want the image to appear, I'm going to move to Upload Insert and click Add Media. And I'll have already saved my image to my desktop, so I'm just going to click Select Files and grab that image from my desktop. And for the purposes of this post, we're going to insert a company logo. You do want to go in and in the fields below you want to identify the title of the logo, which will appear when your user hovers their mouse over the icon. So you do want to make sure that that's set how you want it to be. And then for your alternate text, these are the keywords that the search engines will use to actually determine what that image represents. So you want to make sure that these accurately define the keywords that pertain to your image in your business. You can include a caption if you'd like to for that to appear below the image. For this purpose, we do not want to. And if you want to have that image click over to another website or another page or post on your website, you would include that link here for wherever you want that image to click over to. For the purposes of this post, we're going to remove the link because we don't want people to be able to click through that to anywhere else on the site. You'll have the option here to left, center, or right align that image within your page post, and you can make those changes now. You can always change those back later if you prefer, and you can change the sizing of your image. You can keep it at full size. You would have options, if this image was a little bit larger, you would have options to drop that down in size, or you could change it to a thumbnail size image. For this purpose, we'll keep it at full size, and we want to insert into post. Once we've inserted into post, you'll see where that image appears, and you can click preview to see how it actually appears on page. At this point, I'm not very happy with the size of the image, so I would want to go back and change the size of that. So if I hover over that and click on it, I will see two icons that appear. You can click the left icon for Edit Image, and in here you can change the size of that image. I'm going to change it to 60% and update my image, and I'll preview that again. For this purpose, we don't really like the image on the left-hand side, so I'm going to change that to the right align. And again, I'm going to make that switch in Edit Image and just change that to right aligned. Preview it again. And now I'm happy with the placement of my image within the body of my post. So I'm going to click back to the page and publish that post. Once it's published, the post will be live. Stay tuned for more